Guys, it's Drew. I'm gonna drop a Tesla recap video. So congrats to anyone who played Tesla. Had a nice bull day today. So in my last video, I had mentioned a Tesla strangle, and I'll attach that video in the description below so you guys can follow along. But the idea was a 635 call and a 570 put. We would cut the loser and ride the winner. So in this scenario, we cut the 570 put for a 20 to 30% loss. But we ride the 635 call, which is now $30 in the money because Tesla's up after hours. So that's going to be 80 to 100% on the call. So considering the loss of the put, we are still in a winning trade overall. And the reason why I recommended a strangle play was because this triangle was in the middle of a bigger pattern. So this upper trend line and this lower trend line here forms a descending triangle, and this smaller triangle was right in the middle, right? So we don't know which direction it'll break out. It'll either break out to the upside and test this trend line, or to the bottom and test this trend line. So we played it safe by taking that strangle play. And now that it finally did break out, we want to see that increasing bull volume for continuation, right? And it's looking good because we're already up almost $10 after hours. So we want to see increasing bull volume like that, which will allow us to break this trend line tomorrow. And once we do, we still have to keep 700 on watch, as well as this dotted gold trend line here, because anytime Tesla reaches the zone, it always stalls and has trouble, right? So last time we broke through, but then we came back to back test it, but we faltered. So this time around, I'm anticipating that we will hold this zone. So after we go up, we're gonna come back down and test it, either the 700 zone or this trend line again. And from there, we'll reevaluate for a bigger position to play a larger move, right? And the reason why I think a large move is happening is, so one, NASDAQ and tech names are already ready to go. And Tesla likes to make huge moves when it's consolidated for quite some time. So here, last August, it was in a triangle pattern for 3 months. And when it finally broke out, it ran all the way to 900. I mean, this breakout had the SP 500 inclusion catalyst, which we don't have this time around. But we're essentially playing a weekly breakout, and being called up for 6 months will still give us a huge breakout, something like that. So looking at this upper trend line here on the weekly time frame, we'll see that it's been testing it. So this is going to be a third test of it, and we have this yellow horizontal line that forms the bottom trend line of the descending triangle. So we're essentially at the apex already, and this weekly time frame wants to break out. If we look at it from a different perspective, we also have this trend line that could be in play, which also puts the candle at the apex of the chart. So either way, it looks like Tesla is trying to do a breakout to the upside. So we have to keep this on watch for sure, and make sure to keep an eye on the volume. So the idea is, hopefully we get continuation tomorrow, see where it stalls, and then on the back test, we'll load up and ride the big move. So definitely selling to strength. As Tesla is breaking out here, the IV is going to explode. So take some calls off, and then we'll reload later on when the back test happens. So yeah, I'll be sure to update Tesla in the next few days. In the meantime, make sure to like and subscribe, and I really appreciate the support. Thanks, guys.